Hello Abuja, hello Nigeria. Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of Rapid Dawn right here on Rapid TV. As always, when you see me on Wednesdays on your screen, we're talking about the girls. And for today, I have a feeling that I'm about to get stressed, but I'm gonna be okay because the people joining me on set today are people that, quite frankly, I run away from. You know, not their persons, like as individuals, but their generation, because I think I find them quite stressful to interact with. However, we've got to do what we've got to do, and today's conversation is something around dating a Gen Z, dating as a Gen Z girl, what the expectations are and what the reality actually is. And for today's conversation, myself, who is authentically not a Gen Z, will be hosting two Gen Zs. One calls herself an unconventional Gen Z, and the other one just a Gen Z, right? And today we have Habiba Ali-Gombe on my right. Hi, Habiba.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
And then I have Bilkisu Bashir right here with me. Hi, unconventional Gen Z.
Good morning. Good morning.
You guys, how you doing, guys?
Well, good.
What's the typical morning for a Gen Z, you know?
We should not be awake by this time.
Low effort kind of people, right?
Not low effort. Just,
Okay, so
Chilling.
just chill, man.
okay, so typical morning for a Gen Z, you're not supposed to be awake. So when do you typically have to start your day?
10 a.m. Max.
What are you doing, like before 10 a.m.?
Sleeping.
And you're also sleeping before 10 a.m.
Honestly, I'm a bit different actually.
Okay.
I'm quite an early bird, so I
When
would
do you
be
wake?
up by like 8 a.m. naturally.
You're an early person at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you guys, the Lord is my strength, but we're going to do what we have to do typically. But yes, how would you describe, let's say you're not Gen Z, right? And you're just having a conversation and someone says, how do you describe a Gen Z person? How do you describe a Gen Z person? The fact that you're thinking about it.
Honestly, I don't know why a lot of times that happens. Like, oh, describe your generation. I don't know how to describe it. I
You
feel
have
like
to be a Gen Z to understand.
Yes,
what
like,
it's like.
I don't understand. No,
it's just
you don't.
it's a state of mind.
We're just existing, like.
Please, let's make it easy for me and the people who will be watching this episode. What is a Gen Z's life like? Who is a Gen Z?
Somehow you're stressing about your life, but you are still chilling because, oh well, it's life.
If I don't laugh, I'll cry.
If I don't laugh, I'll cry, period.
This conversation is typically a setup, but that's the life of a Gen Z. That's what you can't describe as a Gen Z
Yes,
as.
if I don't laugh, I'll cry.
That's so basic, and I keep calling you guys low effort because I mean there must be an explanation to why you do what you do and how you do what you do, right?
No.
It's just, I'm telling you, it's a state of mind.
You don't need an
It's
explanation.
just who we are.
It's just
you know.
who
I
you
feel like
guys
once
are.
you're born as a Gen Z,
Like,
it's just in you. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's get on to the business. We're talking about dating as a Gen Z. What is dating as a Gen Z like? If you don't cry, you laugh?
Traumatizing.
Okay. Why so?
so stressful.
You see, this is my major problem with you guys. You guys don't say anything. You're saying a lot,
Okay.
but you're not saying anything.
Okay. Let's put more words in it.
Please.
What, what is dating as a Gen Z like?
Yes. First of all, are you even in a relationship?
No, I'm taking a break.
Nobody can handle
No,
that, right?
No, I'm too tired for such.
Okay, so tell me, what is dating like as a Gen Z?
Honestly, I think the beginning, it just starts off kind of chill. Like, you're like, okay, I'm getting to know this person. Everything is fine. But then, at some point, maybe things cloud, whatever.
Cloud. What do you mean by cloud?
I'm going to put it in the sense that I feel like Gen Zs date off of what is going off on the internet. Like, there's a lot of things that just kind of obscure it. Like, you're in a relationship, you're fine. Now, this is not pertaining to me. Like, I'm just generalizing it based on observation. Like, you're with a person, you're fine, everything is good, and then the whole, if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah, we have a tendency to set our expectation based on what others are receiving.
Yes, there's absolutely.
It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
Okay, so you guys do realize that you have a problem.
Well, not me, but like, you know,
Yes,
others.
like
No,
generally.
no, you said you were
I can't
born like
relate.
that. You just be. Okay, so what is dating like as a Gen Z?
I feel like that's a very, you know, broad question because it's subjective.
Okay.
Everybody's experience is going to be different due
Okay.
to, you know, various factors. For me personally, traumatizing.
Okay, how so?
But-
Why so?
I speak for Nigerian men, so, you know, that says a lot.
It's a
I
lot.
don't know about the other fishes in the sea, but the fishes that are here, we're going through it. I'm healing
As
right
Gen
now.
Zs. What do you mean by, like, you guys are going through a lot? I need you guys to put more word to it. There's A, B, C, D, E, F, G to Z, and you can make like over 1,000 words from that, which means that you can construct sentences.
Okay, so last night I saw this TikTok that was saying, is instant gratification ruining relationships?
Instant gratification, there needs to be a context to that.
Yes. Like I said, we tend to date, we tend to set our expectations based on what we see like on the internet.
On the internet.
So, and that comes with a lot of watching what other people's relationship looks
Look
like
like,
and
okay.
you wanting yours to emulate that. So you basically don't grow proper connection. You're nitpicking
just
at
vibes.
everything. You're not paying attention to your person because you're paying attention to what you want your person to look like.
Okay.
Like you have a mental image
Okay.
of what that person should look like, and if the person isn't moving in that direction, you're automatically like, I don't want this person anymore. So another thing is, I read this Substack by Ibrahim Abdulsamad, and he was basically putting it into place. Like he put it very plainly, like you can't expect everybody to be the same, and the reason your relationship is failing is because of yourself, not because of other people, or nobody took your babe.
Okay.
You set your babe up to be taken from you.
Okay.
This person, your boyfriend isn't a problem. You're just looking for somebody else in your boyfriend. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's a whole thing about, this person's relationship looks so nice, I want my own to look like this, and you're going to pick out of everybody else's relationship, forget to grow a connection with the person you're in a relationship with, forget to know who that person is as a person, and like
Just get.
yes,
Okay. You just get on.
yes, and like
So at this point, you need a clay and something to just.
I think
mold.
people need to be more self.
Not people, Gen Zs. Your generation needs
Sorry.
to be more.
I
to
think
differ.
my generation, even though I think it's a
Absolutely.
person thing, I think my generation needs to be more inept with yourself. Like, think about what you want your standards to be and not what everybody else's standard is.
Okay. Habiba is saying not for her. So let's hear what it is for you.
I mean, okay, I'm going to piggyback off what she just said because I personally believe that, you know, influence is everywhere. Nobody woke up and had an original thought. Like, we're all influenced by the people around us and their actions.
Speak for your generation.
No, this definitely
Because I
applies
can go
for
to
pretty
bed.
much everyone.
I promise you I can go to bed and come and wake up with like 10 new ideas. I wake up at the middle of the night to write them down. So this is something about Gen Zs. You guys, because I have to, you can't relate to it, okay? urgency is what you guys don't relate to. Okay.
Kind of.
That's not a shade, but let's go on.
Right. So as I was saying, I think because of that, a lot of people have never actually sat down to ask themselves, you know, what do I want? What am I looking for? And they simply go based off what they think they need, based on what they're seeing others receiving. And that can cause a lot of issues because at the end of the day, again, it's not really what you want deep inside. And you're simply letting, you know, the idea of something. Influence how you're feeling in your relationships. And I think that's actually the beauty of relationships is, you know, meeting somebody, and every relationship is not going to be the same. It's going to be different because, you know, personalities are going to be different. And at the end of the day, like, we all just want to find that one person.
This entire show just feels like two baby sisters talking to their big sister about their problems, because all I've heard from them is the problem it is with dating Gen Zs, which one of which is they might be quite unstable. That's what I promise you. They might be quite unstable as their choices differ based on what their environment is at a time. And that can be such a big issue. We will dissect on the problem of the Gen Zs when we get back from this break. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Before we went on that break, the baby sisters we have in the studio be telling their big sister what the problem is as Gen Zs. Remember, we have two Gen Zs here in the studio. This unconventional Gen Z, she says her name is, tell them.
My name is Bilkisu, Bashir.
And we have...
Habiba, Ali-Gombe.
Oh, you don't know that too? Now, we were talking about, it's a very fundamental issue, to be honest. The fact that you acknowledge the fact that you guys are not stable. I'm using that stable because how do you think about it? You get into a relationship with someone today and then the person mentally checks out just because you don't look like something that they envisioned you to look like. And then they check out on you and say, you know what, I'm not interested again, Habiba. Sometimes they don't even give you an explanation, as you guys do. They don't give you an explanation. They just walk away from the relationship. And it's based on their feelings. It's based on vibes. It's based on what they see on the internet. So what would your reaction be in such an instance?
It wasn't meant to be.
Very similar.
Life is not that
Life
deep.
is not that.
But you know this is a problem.
Yeah, well, we're
But-
working through it, kind of.
Just
How
sounds
are
like
you
it's not
working
a
through
me
it?
problem though. Like
Yeah.
it's a him problem.
If
He
you don't
chose
think,
to check out.
you know, I'm for you, then I'm not.
I'm not.
So you guys don't actually have a connection with anybody you're getting in a relationship with. You don't have that connection.
No,
because
of course we do.
okay, so what are your, let me ask you, you get into a relationship today, do you hope to get married?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Not with this character, not with this behavior, but let's say you want to get married tomorrow. What are the things that you see in the people that you pick as spouses that would make you say, you know what, I can settle with this person? You don't know?
And that's the problem.
That is the problem.
That's actually, and I think I was actually going to mention this. It's a bit different now, well, for me personally, because I'm at a point in my life where, you know, the talk of marriage is brought up a lot more frequently now. And so everyone you meet is like a potential husband. And the one thing that always runs in the back of my head is, this is the only family member I will ever get to pick. Everybody else has been chosen for you, but this is the one person that you are picking. And it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, and the men suck. I'm sorry. No
Okay.
offense.
So what are you looking out for? You haven't answered me.
My person. If you know, like, I'll know when he's there, you know.
How
I
do
know
you
when it's
know?
not my person, so.
That's the
If
problem.
you know, you know. There's a feeling. There's a feeling. If you know, you know.
What do you mean feeling? You can't explain feelings sometimes. You don't think you can explain it.
Okay, I met a person a couple months ago that had a non-negotiable of me cooking for him every day
Okay.
as a wife. He's not my person. 'Cause why am I cooking for you every single day?
You know what you don't want, but you don't know what you want.
No, I know what I want.
What do you want?
No, I can't say it because then, you know, he might see this and
No, you have to say.
I don't want
you have
them
to
to
say,
know my secrets.
What
They have
secrets?
to work for it, you know. You can't just give them the answers.
You can't just give men the answers.
Do you guys know that you have a very long way to go?
On the
Thank
journey
God
we
we're
shall
young.
go.
Oh, thank God you are young. That's a shade to millennials. Let me tell you something that you don't know.
Why do millennials always think we're shading them?
Because you guys almost do. You almost always do. But the truth is, if you don't know, I'm glad that you did mention that the person you were talking to a few months back actually had non-negotiables.
Yes.
And nothing bad with wanting your spouse to cook for them, for you on a daily basis. Because for some people, it's their love language. When they love you, they feed you.
Yeah.
Right? So you cannot now judge a person who decides that this is how I want to love my partner. I want to cook with them every day. So that person has his negotiables and non-negotiables.
Right.
So when they have this, it becomes super easy to pick a person that aligns with their negotiables and their non-negotiables. So I'll tell you that they know what they want and they also know what they do not want. But in your case, I'm not sure that you know what you want, but I'm dead certain that you know what you don't
What we
want.
don't want.
And that's a problem.
Okay, but once you have non-negotiables, and you know that you've set those non-negotiables in place, then shouldn't everything else be a negotiable?
What are your non-negotiables?
Okay, so a couple of them are communication.
What's this thing that you guys do when you are talking and you say a couple of them are like,
I'm talking.
okay, go ahead. Okay.
Communication. I feel like a lot of people don't.
You don't communicate.
I communicate.
No, you guys are talking. You don't communicate.
I'm a
How?
very good communicator.
How?
I take communication very seriously.
That's what you think. I've been struggling.
No. To be honest, anybody who has ever been in a talking stage, I don't believe that exists, a talking stage will tell you that I'm actually a very good communicator.
But you have not communicated.
Okay.
You
What?
guys are not in a talking stage now. So it's different.
Thank you.
What are your non-negotiables?
Communication is very big for me. Like, the whole idea, I'm not asking you to talk to me every minute of your day, because even me, I don't have strength for that, because I have things to do in my life, thank you. But if you wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to be busy today, I'm like, I bet. That's good. Keep it pushing. I'll talk to you later. That's how for me is. That's one.
But that means you don't actually like communication, because if you say that you're okay with not speaking to your partner. Okay, let me tell you something. There are certain things that you know about people that you don't know from them telling it to you directly. It just comes from picking their brain about certain things that they say and conversations that you have.
Yes.
Which means that for your partner, for every other person, you would communicate when, if and when necessary. But for your partner, there are times when the conversation is not necessary, but you have the conversation anyway, just so you can pick the brains of your partner. So you do realize that if you say, because this person is my partner, I don't need you to be in my face all the time. We can just talk once in a while and all of that. Okay.
I'm not saying like once in a while. I'm saying if you woke up one day, because again, we're all living separate lives. Me, I'm all for my partner and I don't have to be the same person. Like, we don't always have to be at
the same place every
yes,
time.
at the same time. It is good and fine for you to have your life, because I want my own life. I want to have your life outside of my partner. So if you wake up today and you realize that today is going to be a busy day for you, you have meetings, you have to hang out with your friends, you have like a couple of things on your plate. If you wake up and you tell me, oh, like, I have a long day today, I will talk to you later. That's fine.
So you would not appreciate a person who, in the middle of all of that tight schedule and everything, you would not appreciate a person who says, okay, I know I told you in the morning I'm going to be really busy, but I just really wanted to hear from you.
No, that's like really nice. That's like such a cute thing to do.
It's cute. It's not responsible.
That's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum. But like, that was what I'm saying. Because already, I just won't put it at the back of my mind that, oh, this person hasn't replied me today.
I'm sure you like your partner.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Help me out here, because I don't know how. Because you say you like communication. You love.
But you already communicated to me in the morning.
That's bare minimum. That's what you should call bare minimum.
Okay.
No, bare minimum is when you say, I'm going to be busy today. But do you know what effort is? Effort is in the middle of that chaos of your entire day. You just take out time to say, I know I said I'm going to be very busy. It's not cute. It's effort. It might be cute, but...
Effort is cute, you guys. Okay, what I'm saying, I feel like you guys are... What I'm saying is, yes.
You are quick to call people overthinkers. Go. Gen Zs now, go on.
What I'm saying is that there's a lot of people who just off the bat would assume that, oh, you should know I'm busy just because I'm not responding.
Okay,
or my life does not revolve around you, so why do I have to tell you?
But that's what you want to.
No.
You want a life outside your partner.
I'm not saying the entire life.
Okay.
There's people whose life revolve around having a husband. I don't want that.
Okay, baby girl. Let's take it slow. I think you're confused about what you want
I'm not
at
confused.
this point. Because, okay, communication is great, right? You want your partner, because this is, I feel like the conversation of, oh, women are so complicated got even worse when you guys were born.
But women
Because, no, when you guys were born, complication got even more complicated with you gents. And I'll tell you how. And I'll tell you how. Because all I'm hearing, you're saying, oh, I like this, I like this. All I'm hearing is, I want to be who I want to be when I want to be, and my partner is supposed to be able to take that. But my partner cannot be who he wants to be when he wants to be. So I cannot take that. Because you're saying, listen, you might not know that that's exactly what you're saying, but you have implied it in so many ways. I don't have to talk to my partner. I want a life outside my partner. He has his life. I have my life. Life is going on. We talk when we need to. We don't necessarily have to talk if we don't have to talk. That's what you have said. But now you're saying, oh, I don't want a partner who wakes up. He's supposed to know that. What if he doesn't know his day is going to be busy? And the end of the day, you guys just stay the whole day. You don't talk at all until you both get back home. And then you will have an issue. The whole day, you didn't pick your phone to call me because you didn't think it was necessary. But you have said that you would not have a problem with that, only if he tells you from the start of the day. Realistically speaking, sometimes we don't know how our day turns out until we actually start to live the day. Yeah. So how would you handle it when he didn't know his day is going to get busy, didn't call you throughout the day, and the night comes and tells you, hi, Bilkisu, I'm so sorry, the day got really busy, I didn't you would not pick an offense with that?
Okay, but for me, relationships, I give and take. If I expect something from you, then
you give it.
I'd also give it. If you don't call me, I'm most likely to be like, oh, what's going on? I'll probably text you. If you don't reply, I'll call you. Do you understand? And again, it takes 30 seconds to type, I'm having a long day. I'll talk to you when I can. That's all I'm saying. But again, give and take. You should give what you want. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's go to you.
Wow.
Habiba.
I can't relate.
You can't relate?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't text me every hour, I think you hate me, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm understanding from you guys now that we have two species of Gen Z.
See what I mean when I say everybody's different?
Everybody's different.
No.
It's subjective.
Yeah. No, you guys, let me tell you what happens to millennials expect you to be responsible. Responsible with communication. And when you are responsible with communication, you don't communicate just when you need to. You communicate every time. And for millennials, that communication is not validation in any way. It's just checking in with the people that you love. And this is like the most basic thing that should happen in relationships. So yes, let's say a man wants to, okay, what's your age? Like, what's the age you can date? Like, the highest age you can date, like, from?
Highest, I'd probably cap it at like 30.
That's so old.
That's
Girl.
old. Okay, so
my mother said I should not bring her husband that's less than 10 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Valid.
Okay. So you?
Uh,
Your mother said.
Her parents.
How do you feel about that?
Dynamic.
I told her it's not possible.
Okay.
Because I can't look at a 30-year-old and be like,
I
yes.
love you.
That's the one.
I mean, but like it has happened once, so maybe it's possible.
Mine is like, how old am I again? Okay, so mine is like 26, 27. 27 is my
long
max.
way to go.
Mine is 27 max. But then that's the problem. 27 is also Gen Z, and but I want
You
that.
don't want to date your kind.
No, I want that. I
You
want that.
to date a Gen Z.
Yes, that has sense.
Someone that is, do you? Do you?
Yes.
You're asking what you can't
I very
give.
much do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I was asking when I said, how would you feel when someone with the same dynamics that you have explained from the start of the show, how would you feel dating such a person?
Can I just, I'm so sorry, I'm not sure if this is digressing, but I do want to say that you guys keep asking us, oh, well, why is dating a Gen Z like this, or why is dating a Gen Z person this way? But going back to what I spoke about in the beginning, if you look at the people we are looking at on the social media that are giving us those expectations, they're your people.
Okay, now that it's a shade, you do realize that it takes time to count from 1 to 100, right? What you know when you count 1 to 100, you cannot know when you count 1 to 10. For instance, you can never know about a 60 from 1 to 10.
Okay.
But you can't know about a 60 from 1 to 100. What I'm saying to you is the millennials who you see living this life are millennials that have counted 1 to 100, are people that have probably counted 1 to 100. So they know 60 when they see 60. They know 40 when they see 40. You, who only know a 1 to 10, wants a 50.
Okay, but isn't experience the best?
No!
Why should I take my own experience? How can I take your own? I'm not saying you should do that.
Exactly. So if you, what you have to realize is, it's just a 20-year-old who doesn't come from privilege. Even if you come from privilege, a 20-year-old who doesn't come from privilege, never worked, is writing on their bucket list a Birkin bag. You are a joker.
Dream big or go.
You dream big. You are a clown. You know why you are a clown? Because you haven't worked. You don't know what it means to work. You don't know how many hours of work gets you to buying a Birkin bag.
She could be a nepo baby.
That's why I said you did not come from privilege, right?
Oh, okay.
Exactly that. So you cannot, you don't know what led the millennial or whoever to the point where they are able to afford those things. You just saw it on social media. Because you are so deep in your feelings, you would not pick what you see on social media and apply to your life. And this is what, yes,
I think
you said.
Wait.
You said.
I think that also comes from how everybody says, oh, you need to want better for yourself to get that better, or if
What
you
is
don't,
better? Birkin.
not for me, but maybe for you.
Birkin. Better. Wanting better doesn't mean you want unrealistic things.
Nothing is unrealistic.
Nothing's unrealistic.
Hello. I know that's what your generation tells you. But let me tell you, the wisdom with which a person handles certain, I know now that, of course, I'll give it to you guys. You've started becoming more, some people become more interested in certain things early enough, which we didn't see in other generations. And I'm saying that to say that some of you get really exposed easily in the right way, but most of you get exposed in the wrong way, right? And when you say nothing is unrealistic, that's also being unrealistic, because certain things are unrealistic because you have not gotten to a place where you fully understand that. I don't know if you have heard about your frontal lobe developing when you get to 25. That's some real conversation, because the perspective with which you look at things, you know, in your early 20s are entirely different when it gets to your late 30s. Some conversations start becoming real, and priorities change. And that's where you would see someone who says, I'm a tomboy, turns 25 and is all dressed up and all doll up and glam up, because priorities start to change, because you start to understand things differently at that age, right? Yeah. So expecting that of a 19-year-old is unrealistic, because they have not gotten to the age that allows them to assimilate things like that. There are rare cases where you, regardless of your age, you understand it early. Very rare cases where, regardless of the fact that I'm 19, I can still understand and assimilate what a 20 to 30-year-old can. But the difference between you and them is that they have a lived experience. You don't.
Yeah.
Right? So saying that some things are, nothing is unrealistic, it's unrealistic. Because there are some things that you would know biologically. You would know when you biologically develop. You are 19, there's a way you will not have completely developed at 19. So it's unrealistic for you to think you can experience. In fact, when we talk about, because we're ladies, right? And we talk about a menstrual cycle, menstrual flow and all of that. The way you experience it in your 20s, in your teens, is different from how you experience it in your 20s and in your 30s. So it's unrealistic for you to say, you know, because you might never know until you get in there.
Damn.
So
It's so hard to be a woman.
it's very hard. And it's very hard to interact with Gen Zs as well. Now, let's go to the other part of the conversation. I know that we've talked about what are the expectations, and we have concluded that some of the expectations you guys don't even know. Yes. Now, how do you guys plan on raising children like this? First of all, do you think you are going to be like this forever?
I've not really thought that far. I'm kind of focused on life
Now.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How do you plan on? Do you have values as a person that you sit to say, I want to, this is what I want?
Yeah.
This is how I want my kids to be like. This is how I want to raise them. These are the values I think that they should have. Do you ever think about anything of the sort?
Yes.
Definitely.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Please enlighten me. What are those values?
My parents are watching this. I'm most likely going to come and drop them in your house so that you do what you did with me with them, because life is hard. I'm so tired already, and like I don't even have them yet. But
God.
but I think, honestly, thank you to my parents, because I think they did a great job raising their kids.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they did.
We're trying.
And my somehow I am a mix of both my mother and my father, and basically I think I want the same for my children, in the sense that just discipline in life, please. Like,
I want you to be specific. Do you think you can do that? I need you to be specific. What traits do you think that you picked up from your father? And what traits as an individual do you think that you picked up from your mother? And what traits would you want to transfer to your children?
from my father, I picked up logical reasoning, because if you don't have a logical thought, you cannot speak to my father. You are wasting your time. My mother, resilience and diligence. My mother is very resilient. You cannot tell my mother that she cannot do this thing. She will do it. It's not possible. She is everything in one person. She can be a carpenter. She's a farmer. She wants tomorrow she'll enter YouTube and become a plumber. She does everything, and I love that about her.
Okay.
Just the ability to push through. My parents are also very hardworking, in the sense that they would never restrict you to, oh, if you think you can do this thing, then you most likely can, and they will find a way to forge a way for you to do what you want to do. And I definitely would love for my children to have those as well.
Okay, let's go to you. When you see your child, typically, let's say someone is just walking over there and they see that, you know what, this is Habiba's child. What would you expect the person to be like?
Honestly, anything that I look for in a person. So
Please be specific. Please.
you have to be respectful to everyone around you.
Are Gen Zs?
Sorry?
Are Gen Zs respectful?
I'm respectful. I don't know about others, but you know.
Are Gen Zs respectful? No, you are speaking for your generation. I told you there are two classes of them.
The people I know are respectful.
Are
Exactly.
respectful.
Yeah.
The people you know,
The people
Yes,
I know are respectful.
very.
very respectful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Treating others, you know, the same no matter what.
Okay.
Selflessness is really important to me.
Okay.
Honesty, having integrity as a person as well. And I think just like a sense of self, knowing who you are is very important. Even early on in life, I feel like if sets you up well, and
Well.
you know who you are and like what you want in life.
You want your child to know what they want in life.
I'll help them, you know.
How?
Like, they can change their mind. But
You
like,
just told me you don't know what you want.
no, we're talking about relationships. But like, as a person,
You know what you want
yeah,
as an individual.
yes,
So if I say, what does not Bilkisu now, what does Habiba want?
I know.
What? Tell me.
No, but me, I know.
No, it's not about you. It's a conversation, remember. And maybe the purpose of this conversation is not necessarily just to talk.
Yeah,
It's just so someone out there listening to you also is able to pick one or two things that they can run with, right?
yeah.
So if I say, what does Habiba as a person want?
Okay, so immediately, I think back to when I was a child. Ever since I was a child, I have wanted nothing more than to help people in any way that I can. And I had the typical, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, until I got to high school. And that immediately changed because I didn't like physics, I didn't like chemistry, but I was okay with biology.
Agree on one thing.
And I have always loved children, still do now. And so in my mind, I was like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pediatrician, I want to help kids. And ended up pivoting to physical therapy because I still wanted to, you know, work with children. I still wanted to help, but I just didn't want to study medicine. And now I'm actually pivoting out of physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, in the back of my head, whatever decision I make, I know ultimately that the one goal I have is to help in any way that I can.
So you'd say you are more stable professionally
Yes.
than relationship-wise.
Yeah, but like that's not important right now, so it's fine.
Okay,
We're
so that's not
working on
important
that.
right now. What about your relationship? I hope you know when we're talking about relationships, it's not just like romantic relationships
Yeah.
that
Oh
would
no,
lead to
my
marriage. Like your
platonic
relationships
are good.
are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should have started off with that. Like, platonic relationships are great.
Great.
They're great.
Male or female?
Both.
Oh, yeah. Especially
Great.
after a couple years of therapy. Highly recommend, by the way. Everyone should go to therapy.
I also recommend self-reflecting. You hear what she said? She did not come about that by just cruising through life. You should always self-reflect. You should be self-aware of the decisions
Journal,
you're making.
You know,
You have a notes app, even if you don't feel like writing with a pen. Jot down your thoughts. Like,
just don't go on the internet and
Yes.
be sharing, you know, your problems.
that's weird.
We don't do that.
It's great to know that you guys are thinking therapy. You be on your way there, like as fast as possible.
I don't need therapy. Martha is just coming off of the fact that I literally nag her every day, but
Okay.
I don't need therapy.
So the truth about, I'm thinking so many things, but I hope I'm able to articulate it. Because just listening to you guys now, I feel like, can you be a journalist? Can you? Do you think you can?
Yeah, I'm a yapper. So,
You're a yapper.
Certified.
But you haven't yapped here.
you know, it's because of men. We're talking about men. I'm
Yeah,
traumatized.
you need to
You
give
me,
me
like, a topic that will get me
topics.
going.
Better
with men.
topics.
So you see the problem with you human beings. You want to talk about everybody else but yourself. You see, that's the problem. And that's what I found with you guys here. You want to talk about everybody else but yourself.
But we've
But what-
spoken about ourselves quite a
No.
lot.
One thing you guys need to know is, and I'll take it from the point of relationships. I know you think it's not important now, but you don't learn how to fight when you get to the battleground. And that's one thing I feel like if people knew earlier on in life, they'd make better decisions. But whether platonic relationships or romantic relationships, you don't start to find them when you need them. Because I promise you, the relationships that you will have later on in life are relationships that you make now while you're still early, while you're still able to figure out people, while you're still able to pick on relationships and drop them just as you're doing right now. Because you see, when it doesn't serve you, you know, but you do understand that there are times when relationships are extremely difficult. And you need to look beyond how you feel sometimes to what this person contributes to your journey or what this person contributes to your life. Because if it is based off of feelings that we make friends and have and keep romantic relationships, a lot of us would not be in any sensible relationship right now. Sometimes we looked beyond how we felt. So, typical example, you have a friend and something happened, you expected them to be there with you at the time. They were not there, and so you just threw them in the bin. You know, this is not my real friend, and just dumped them off because at that time I wasn't feeling like they were contributing to me in the way that I expected them to. But the truth is, much more than being there for you at that time, there are people that, you know, when you're confused in life, they're able to give you a word of advice or two that just keeps you in the right direction. There are people that always encourage you. There are people that are able to analyze situations with you. So when you go on earlier in life, you don't get these people. Some might be lucky enough to get them when they are solid and they are grounded in life and what have you. But other times, you get them at the fundamental stage or years of your life. These are people that you know you very well. So if there's one thing I want to tell you, Gen Zs, and every other Gen Z out there, sometimes feelings can be deceptive, which means you cannot always rely on your feelings to make decisions. Look beyond your feelings to a more solid reason why that person should be in your life or out of your life. And this can only happen when you have parameters that you understand. As an individual, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go there, and I don't want to be like this. Once you have this laid down, you cannot know only what you don't want. You also need to know what you want. And the truth is, you also need to learn about yourself, because there's this very basic saying that has helped me throughout my life, and it is, if you don't know who you are, somebody else is going to tell you who you are, and you're just going to accept it because you don't know who you are. So the best part of your life is you learning who you are early enough so that somebody else does not carve an image that is not you for you. Because I promise you, the wrong image spreads faster than the right one does. So it's your responsibility in the fundamental years of your life to know what you want, what you do not want, where you need to be. Take this from me as a millennial. By the way, guys, I don't know. This has got to be one of the most stressful interviews I've had in a very long time, an extremely long time. I haven't had any interview as stressful as this. But yeah, it was nice to have you, Bilkisu, Bashir, here with us in the studio. If you see the way this girl yaps outside of the camera, you'll be shocked to know she's in front of the camera and acting all cool. But yes, we have Habiba Ali-Gombe. Thank you so much for joining us. By the way, you guys speak very good, and that's one thing. Can we cut a bit of the, you know, like, can we cut that a bit? Mm-hmm.
We'll work on it.
You work on it. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with us. Thank you for joining us on Rapid Dump this morning. I probably need to have a lot of rest after this, but just to remind you, we are active across social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on that's a Facebook. Yeah, all social media platforms. Basically, it is at Rapid TV. On our YouTube page, it is at Official Rapid TV, which means you can grab this episode, you can share the link, comment on it, and let us know what you think in the comments as well. On our website, www.rbnradiotv.com, allows you to connect with us from anywhere in the world with just a click. Thank you so much again for joining us. My name is Martha Alu, and I will see you tomorrow.